B3, follow me please. So obviously just in here is your patrol room. So obviously this blue circle in front of me, you can use this to obviously get your patrols, which are very valuable for your medals besides your pay. Obviously with these patrols, per rank as well, it will allow you to use different vehicles that are equivalent to that level. But you can also, upon each completion of a patrol, also earn more medals and a little bit of XP. Okay.
Yep.
Mario and Lewis, do you guys understand that?
Yeah, I understand that.
Beautiful. If you guys just come into the next room, please. So here, obviously, you have your contraband searches, which are done when you are rank 2 or above, due to obviously the possibility of being arrest trained too. So obviously, once you're arrest trained, you can obviously start these patrols, similar to patrol. One sec, sorry. So similar to patrol, sorry. Obviously, it will send you to a series of checkpoints, and for these, you will just, again, similar to patrols, just have to go into a blue circle, and it will move you on to the next one. Again, you can obviously earn XP and medals, and again, on each different sort of rank that you are, it will also allow you to use different vehicles and potentially earn more money and XP per one. Okay. Yep, so if we just now go down to F1 please. Sorry, I'm sweating to death. Right, so if we just start over here. So obviously this is the cell area, obviously where as soon as you've got an arrest, you'll obviously take them here, obviously for processing, and this is where obviously they'll finish their arresting. Obviously it is up to you. Obviously it is personally recommended to take them into these interview rooms. So just these little rooms here. Obviously that's when you would then throw up, give me 2 seconds. So you would throw up them 3 macros, and obviously just a bit of roleplay, to be honest. Once you've done the macros, obviously you finish the arrest in the cells, okay? And obviously once you're arrest trained, just behind this wall over here, obviously once you're arrest trained as well, this is where you can find your wanteds, okay? Yep. So obviously again, these are basically a version of warrants, which will be explained during your arrest training, guys, okay? Any questions so far?
No, it's calm. I have one anyway.
Yep. Mario? Okay guys, no worries. So we'll just go to the opposite side of F1, and I will just quickly show you the report rooms. Is that all 3? Yep, so these side rooms here, obviously there's only 2. They are called report rooms. So say if someone comes in with a complaint or trying to, I don't know what the word is, sorry, but like make a call against someone else, then obviously they can ask for an officer, and that officer will take them into that room. Again, it's basically just for a bit of role play, and just to sort of engage with the community a bit more. Just please note as well that until you are arrest trained as well, obviously just stay off this floor, as due to being unbadged, it can get you in trouble as well if you make any arrests while being unbadged, okay?
Yeah.
Yep, and finally, just around this corner. So this room, ooh, I've missed. Ooh. Yep. So this room is the conference room, where I think it's every week, where a police briefing will be held. And again, we have used it a few times for RP scenes with gang members, civilians, etc. But other than that, it's mainly used for RP scenes, okay?
What days are the group meeting things you were on? What days?
To my knowledge, it's random. I'm not entirely sure. I know there is one later tonight, about 20 to 8, I believe it is.
Game time or?
I think it's RL time. I'm not exactly sure on that one. Yeah, so obviously during that time there'll obviously be a few gens in here, obviously answering questions to the public. Sometimes there's quite a few people, sometimes there's not that many, obviously due to time. But obviously we always hope for quite a few people to show up. Any questions, guys?
No, it's perfect.
Lewis, right, yep.
Nah, not on my behalf, PJ.
Okay, good. If you guys would just like to come with me to F0, please.
Peaches, can you please sit down? Yeah, sorry, I would just...
Right, so this is the floor that I always mess up on my words, so I do apologise. So, if you guys just come over here. Right, so obviously you see this blue circle here?
Yep.
So, this blue circle, it will allow you to obviously get out I believe it's a Crown Vic RL, but you'll be able to get that sort of car out. It's basically this car right here, and until you get to a higher rank, obviously this is the car that you will be stuck with, unfortunately, but it is quite speedy. We do also every now and then authorise a bit of live ammo in here. Obviously this is also the area where you will be doing your SWAT test as well when you get to the end of rank 4. And this is also the main area as well for, so when you see when you see all officers to F0, you see this white line over here. Obviously it's just recommended just to line up on this white line. Obviously sometimes it's only for badged officers, sometimes it's only for, well, sometimes it's for both. Obviously it's just, you need to ask obviously at the time, okay? It's all good, it's all good. Right, if you guys just come with me.
First time I've done that and not got a state warrant.
That's all good. Right, so obviously here is your locker room. Obviously there's not much use to it, unfortunately, but obviously it's just here to obviously be your locker room. You can have a little break from time to time. Over here, so this blue circle, I would just like for you three to go into a blue circle and just collect the taser, please. It should be like special equipment set, I believe it's called. Right, have you guys got your tasers? Yep. You through?
Yep.
Can you just pull out your tasers just so I know that you got the right ones, please? Yellow, yellow. Mario, that's your gang one, I believe. Yep, that's the faction one. Beautiful, beautiful.
No, that's okay. Just be very careful if once you're arrest trained and you do need to taser, just make sure you don't use the weapon.
My advice is, my advice is obviously just for the time being, obviously while you're not in the gang, just discard your gang taser, as there's a very big difference between how long people stay down for with the gang taser and the faction taser, okay?
What is the difference in them?
So with
the faction taser, they stay down for longer, innit?
yeah, so with the gang taser it's about 3 seconds, and with the faction taser I believe it's 10 to 15 seconds, I believe. So yeah, it would be about 10 seconds for faction. Right, so just behind me, obviously this is the med bay. So whenever you die as a PD officer, you'll be glad to hear that instead of having to respawn at HP as a cadet, you will now respawn in this med bay room on either side. Obviously, once you respawn, it is recommended to put a thing up in the flobby chat. Obviously, just to... What was that, sorry?
Just state your location and the time you died.
Yeah. So you'd put up this. Just give me 2 seconds. Yeah, like that. So, Honor beat me to it yet again. So the CD would obviously be for cooldown. Obviously, you'd put the location and the time. Obviously, from that time for 15 minutes, you are not allowed to go back to that location. Obviously, if it's around PD, then obviously you're still allowed within PD. You've just got to avoid that one side, but obviously it shouldn't really be around PD due to it being a green zone, okay?
Yep.
Has anyone else got ammo? No, mine hasn't.
If you go back into that circle and just collect ammo, then you'll get some ammo, mate. I forgot to say that, I do apologise.
Just mention the vests at rank 3, because that's the other thing they might question.
Yeah, I tried to catch and I said rank 3, why is that?
So yeah, obviously you can't get your vest right away, to be honest. I'm pretty sure it was rank 4 when I joined that you got your vest, I'm not entirely sure. But so, basically, once you've completed your arrest training and ranked up one more time, you'll be allowed to get your vest at rank 3. And then at rank 4, you'll be able to get your faction M4, which is this beautiful rifle. And it is basically for just standard use, basically. Obviously, against army and medics and events, obviously it is preferred to use the M4 at most times. So until your particular rank, you may not be allowed to do most events, but obviously just take that in mind, okay?
Yeah.
Right, so just over here we have the weapons range. So obviously as Sergeant G is about to show us, I'm 90% sure. Ooh. Obviously this... Ooh, Sergeant! So obviously you can just use this for open fire basically. Or you can, if you just want a bit of privacy, you go into this blue circle where it should give you a prompt if you want to go in, and it will take you to a private room where... What's that?
Why is amonazza got an AK? That doesn't sound very...
He's probably brought it on the trade website. But yeah, you can also buy an AK if you've got enough money on the trade sites. But obviously, once you've got a decent amount of medals, you'll be able to then buy an AK from the police side, okay?
So until then, I'm stuck with Glock.
You what, sir?
So until then, I'm stuck with the Glock.
Yeah, to be fair, even I'm stuck with a Glock. Like, I know, even though I've got an AK, I can't actually use it until I believe that will be like I can use it at rank 3 with permission. Or no, sorry, rank 4 with permission.
No. So as soon as you're arrest trained, if you've got the AK and you're responding to a backup, you're allowed to use whatever gun that you have.
Yeah, if it's like life or death. But yeah, I can't just run around with it.
Yeah, so obviously it's got to have appropriate use. And the final stop on our little tour would be this beautiful place where I spend most of my time. Obviously this is the gym area, so as Sergeant's doing, he's doing a bit of exercise for us. Obviously this is the main area where you will be conducting your arrest training. So once you've ranked up once you've finished the end of that bar, after being ranked up that one time, you will then be eligible to be arrest trained, which will have you being taken through a handful of scenarios and a bit of explaining, and then you'll be moving on to free arrests, okay?
Yep.
Does everyone understand?
So take us on like what's it called? Like drive what are the thing ride-alongs where you can do arresting with aim after a rest train for a bit? Or
if you're not arrest trained, you can do a ride along, but you can't get involved. You
So-
can't even basically get in a car.
Yeah, so say if, for example, you're unbadged, you are allowed to come for ride-alongs and all that, but it is recommended that you just stay in the car for your own protection. Obviously, once you are arrest trained, if you don't feel comfortable arresting people, you are allowed a buddy just for those first few days, just to obviously see how they do it, see how you do it, and sort of just learn from the higher-ups in a way, just to get a grip on it. Obviously, oh, there was something else I was going to say, but I've just forgotten. I do apologise. But other than that, do you guys have any questions at all?
No, none from me.
none on my behalf.
Mario?
There is one thing I'm going to mention for you on your patrols. So obviously I've just gave you all the macro. Obviously I know you guys have been XPD, so I do appreciate that, but Lewis is very new. So with the macro, so say you're out on patrol, obviously we always tell every officer to keep their body cam on, which is just screen record on your phone. So whenever you log on to the game, obviously now you're an officer, please try and keep your body cam on. But when you're out on patrol, if you get shot at, tasered at, or verbally like abused, basically, stick this macro up. See, this is what I mean. You guys have the me one, I have the N one, so I do apologise. But basically, put this up, and it means that gang members have to be kind of aware that you're doing a faction patrol, and they are not allowed to shoot you, they're not allowed to tase you, they're not allowed to do anything. So if that does happen and you've put your macro up and you've got your body cam on, we can explain to you how to open a green ticket if you don't already know. But feel free to come and ask us that. But yeah, stick that macro up and it protects you, and it means the players that do shoot or taser or anything will get punished, and they'll be jailed for RP2, 4, 6 and 11, which is what your macro says.
Beautiful, thank you. On that was the one that I forgot about. How would this last bit work? Because obviously they've got to put up in Flobby interview and induction passed by. Yeah, so would they just do interview and induction passed by Baby Peasy, or?
Right, so I'm going to have to go through this individually. So, Lewis, sir, if you could type interview done by Honor, which is me, and then induction done by Peasy, into Flobby, sir. So that's /FLOBBY, and then type your message.